Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's video we're going to do a work, energy and power. So we're going to take a look at work, energy and power. Work, energy and power. And power. So in these things there are some concepts that we're going to cover. So right now I'm just going to write down all the things that we're going to cover in this. So first we're going to take a look at a work done by single force. A work done by single force. By single force. A single force. And secondly, we're going to take a look at a work done by multiple force. By multiple forces. Multiple forces. A work done by multiple forces. And we're also going to take a look at a work energy theorem. Work energy theorem. So this are the things that we're going to cover in this video. So if you want to learn also about energy and the power, please stay tuned and watch my videos. Okay, so now let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to take a look at a work it's a work done by single force. So an example of a work done, actually I'm just going to give you a simple example. Suppose that you have an object here, which is object A, that has mass m, and you want to move this object from A up to point A up to point B. So if you want to move this object from point A up to point B, a work must be done in the object. So this way it work in our daily basis, we use it but we're using it in a different way where you are going to use it in physics. So work actually in a daily life is just like doing any activity you are doing is a work. So here it's not going to be like that actually. So if you apply a certain force here to this object, you apply a certain force here, you apply a certain force F to this object to move it from point A up to point B. Remember that Newton's second law says that if a force is applied on an object, the object will move in the direction of the force. So if you apply a force on this object will move from point A up to point B. All right. So what's happening is, like, if this force moves from point A up to point B, therefore we can say that the work is done by that force. So what's a work actually? First, let's take a look at the kinetic energy. This object, if it moves from point A up to point B, it has a kinetic energy. And if you don't know what's a kinetic energy, I have a videos where I'm explaining the kinetic energy. So a kinetic energy of the object EK is given by the half mass of the object multiplied by velocity square of the object. Okay, so this is the kinetic energy. So here the force applied to the object actually is doing a work. So we want to calculate that work, or we want to find out what's that work in terms of the force. So a work is going to be given, a work done by the force is going to be given by the magnitude of that force multiplied by its displacement multiplied by the cos of angle theta, which angle theta is the angle between the force applied. This angle is angle between the force applied and displacement. I'll just write this, and displacement, change in x. So it's angle between the force applied and displacement. So here let's take a look at this. The displacement is from point A to B. So displacement is going this way. This is the change in x, and F is going this way. So the angle between the two parallel lines, you can tell me how much is that? Is 0. So therefore the work done by that force, single force, is going to be F. You multiply it by the change in x, you introduce your cos of angle 0. So the cos of angle 0 is 1 from the cosine function. The cosine function is like this. So here's angle 0, here's angle 90, here's angle 360, here's 180. All right. So the cos of angle 0 is 1. So therefore the work become F multiplied by the change in x.